Hey, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Letitia, and I am a licensed professional counselor. This video is a little hard because I'm grappling with intense feelings, and I thought I'd come on and talk out these intense feelings with you, and then try to give some nuggets of what you can do when you're feeling hard feelings. So my heart is heavy, like a lot of yours probably are. The shootings, the killings, the things are just weighing heavy. And I thought I'd just talk out my raw feelings and put it out there. My heart has been heavy for a day or two, and full disclaimer, because of the line of work that I do as a trauma therapist, I have to be able to compartmentalize in order for myself to stay healthy. And we can talk about that in another video of like how to compartmentalize. But under most cases, under most circumstances, I can compartmentalize pretty well and not let outside influences impact my day-to-day to the point where it gets intense or strong. But I am noticing that I am working really hard as a therapist, helping other people pack pretty traumatic things. And then I pack up my office, I get my backpack, I grab my keys, and I go out my office door, only for me now to be submerged in traumatic events that are happening around the world. And then it just becomes this cycle. I am in trauma and I'm helping people process trauma. I'm in trauma, I'm helping people process trauma. And yesterday it just hit me like a ton of bricks that I'm just sad. I was so overcome by the sadness. I wept, I cried. And then the sadness woke me up in my sleep. And even as I'm producing this video, I feel compelled to cry. My heart is broken because so many people in the world are trying to live their day-to-day lives. So many good things are happening in the world. So many positive attributes are happening. But there's the other side of the coin, which is what we're feeling now. And what do you do with those intense feelings? Guys, my sadness is palpable. My clients have noticed that I'm just sad. So what do I do? What can I do? The first thing I did is I sat in that sadness, which is really hard for people to do. And it's really hard for people to watch someone be sad, because the natural inclination would be to fix it. But I'm not at fix it yet, because I still feel. So that was like step one of like truly identifying that I'm sad. I'm sad. Second was to identify that I'm gonna sit in these feelings. It needs to make me uncomfortable. I can't just rip the Band-Aid off, expose the sadness, and then flood it with happy things. I need to sit in it. It needs to be uncomfortable. And I teach my clients that, but I've got to live it out too. So I'm sitting with it. Does sitting with it mean I take a day off work? For me, it didn't. I still need to help my clients. But man, in this free hour I have, it came right back. But that led me, because I decided to sit in my feelings, it led me to turn on my camera. This is definitely not what I envisioned. Me crying. It's just hard. But then there's the call to action. And this is my call to action. Each one of us can do something. Most often people are like, what can I do? I asked myself that literally an hour and a half ago. What can I possibly do? And I felt overwhelmed by that question of what could I possibly do? And then I decided I can do this. I can help my clients process those raw thoughts and to get my raw thoughts out there to let people know they're not alone and there is something you can do. Sit in your feelings. Identify that it is not okay. Allow yourself to be stripped away so that way you can just be raw and real and not hide, because that's part of the problem, is hiding, because we're scared. I'm scared too. But I can let that fear drive me to make some sort of change in my community, or I can let that fear completely cripple me to do absolutely nothing. How do we evoke change? How do we actually change something? It doesn't start mass, because that's what we're thinking. This is too big. This is too large. This is too massive. I can't do it. But like that old cliche goes, each one can reach one. It starts in your community. It starts in your homes. It starts with your friends and family. It starts with sending a text of just a warm embrace, a love note. I did that today. Under normal circumstances, I'm super silly and goofy and lighthearted. But I can't be, because this requires me to feel a different emotion. We can talk about more emotions later, but I just wanted to hop on and let you know, even as a therapist, I'm feeling it. And for trauma therapists, they're really feeling it. Not just trauma therapists, therapists in general, but for me specifically, because I'm already talking about incredibly hard things that people have experienced in life. And what I'm afraid of is that we're going numb because it's just overwhelming. So what can you do? That would be the question. Think about your community. What can I do? I can make a YouTube video, put it out there on my social networks, and respond to the comments that come. That's what I can do. I can pray. I will pray. And I can work with my clients on processing their hard feelings. That's what Letitia can do. I'll leave you with a Dr. Seuss quote. And Dr. Seuss says, unless someone like you cares a whole awful lot, nothing is going to get better. It's not. I wish you well and good health. Till next time.